Do you know the name of that auction that they use?
Okay,
Okay, here we go. We got 27 minutes.
we'll call this meeting to order. Proper notices have been posted and notified of the meeting, I think. So roll call, everybody's here. We have a, how many item agenda? 11 item agenda. Looking for approval.
I so move.
Motion by,
Second.
motion by Doug and seconded by Randy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Review the minutes. Had them, they were emailed to you.
Motion to approve, Schwein.
Motion by Scoggin to approve, second by Nelson. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Audit. And it was on your computer.
Did you read them?
Yep. Has everybody in this group got their computer?
Everybody what?
Got their county computer? We all got it?
I got mine.
Huh? I think everybody, Kellen would have been the last one and he's got it, so.
I see Callan's the only one using it. What's that
No.
all about?
Oh, because he's blocking the view.
Yeah, I got a billboard in front of me here. Hi, Al.
You can put it on virtual so you can see them.
Yeah.
Or on,
She's cooled off a bit, huh?
Yeah, I did. I had an inch of snow this morning when I got up.
yeah, I had my, what, snow
Yeah, a
on the
little snow on the
vehicle.
roof's on the way up this morning.
Yeah,
They'll be gone by noon, I hope.
yeah, I hope so.
Didn't do any plowing or nothing.
No, no.
Any questions or comments on the audit?
Motion to approve audit?
Motion by Randy, approves. Second.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Scoggin. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, building and grounds, equipment trailer discussion.
Okay, looking for a motion to purchase it's a Minnesota trailer. It's a 22,000-pound GVW. And since we've added our ASV skid steer, we're putting the skid steer on the trailer, and we're putting the stump grinder on there and the mulching head. So the other two skid steer trailers we had were 14,000 pounds. We're overweight with what we're trying to put on those trailers. And like I say, it's serving two purposes. We're adding the skid steer and we're adding more weight that we need to haul on those trailers. So I went with Frenchville Trailers, got a price from them. Because we have found out in the past, we are stretching our 14,000 pound trailers to the limit, if not over at times. So we have been buying quite a few parts, and it went on availability, and it went on how handy it was to purchase parts and get those trailers back on the road, because as Al knows, we are scratching for trailers just about. We have a foreman's meeting every morning, and the trailers we have are used every single day. So that being said, we have to purchase another one. Got a price from, like I say, Frenchville Trailer at $14,350, and that is a 22,000-pound GVW trailer, where the last two we bought for skid steers were 14. So our operation is growing, which our equipment is growing.
That's got the drop deck on it?
22,000.
It's a pintle hitch, so it's just a flatbed.
Oh, it's just, yeah, but it's got a drop deck on it.
We got a beaver tail with ramps on it.
Oh, it's, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve that, anybody?
So moved.
Motion by Kellen. Second.
Second.
Second by Doug. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Carried. Skid steer purchase discussion.
Okay, on the skid steer, we had sent this out and we have run every skid steer that is sold in Trempealeau County. And we went on feedback that we got from our men, and a lot of it had to do with feedback from the guys out in the shop. And at this point, I got quotes on all these skid steers that we had tried. We had them for anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. And I guess I'm looking for a motion to purchase a skid steer, a Case brand, and they were low at $52,950.
Case. That was their preference?
Yeah.
Boy, man, I can't believe that.
And we did not get a chance to try out, just so everybody knows here, we did not get a chance to try out the John Deere. And I was in contact with Tractor Central. They had 2 of them on order, and as soon as they hit the ground in wherever one of their stores, they were pre-sold. So we didn't have anything to compare it to as far as a John Deere goes, just because they didn't have anything for us to try. So I went to the point of giving them a call, and I said, okay, if you did have this particular model, what would the price be? So I gave them the options that all the other skid steers had on them, and they would have been over $3,000 higher than what the Case was at that point.
What other, can you tell, what other quotes did you get, like Bobcat or, Kubota, anything like that?
Bobcat, we didn't do, we had tried the Kubotas in the past, and the issue with the Kubota is their, I'll call it the chassis, with that slide-up door. The guys didn't like it for construction because they could not, while they were working, they would have to physically stop the machine, slide up the door, so that they could communicate with guys in the ditch. The Bobcat would have come in second as far as what the operators liked about it. Cat wasn't going to be an option because we have 2 of them now, and we destroy the undercarriages by what we're doing with them. We're doing a lot of sharp turning, all on blacktop or concrete. So we've rebuilt each of the undercarriages on our Cats. There again, we did check out we've got the ASV, got a quote from LF George, they were higher, but the consensus was with the mechanics and the operators that they all liked the Case the best.
Unfortunately, that was the lowest price
That was the lowest bid.
by what?
And they got a
Almost
better
$30,000.
By
Are there
by
better
30?
undercarriage? on
30.
them?
That Case has
Yeah.
an undercarriage like a Cat.
And the guys didn't even know that when they picked the Case. So it was just a win-win.
Yeah.
Cheapest one, and it's the one the guys liked.
I just haven't heard a lot of good things about the newer cases, so I guess I'm a little surprised, but hey.
Me too.
So what have you,
Yeah, what have you heard?
what have you looked at?
Electronic issues mostly,
The what?
electronic issues. Yeah, it's just wiring things
Yeah,
for
and
the
that's
most part.
something we can't determine, and because we only had it for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So it's hard to gauge,
Right.
We wanted to get it for a month, because we did that with, what did we do for a month?
We
ABS.
had Bobcat,
Bobcat.
we had Bobcat, and we had ASV.
Yeah, that's right. We had that second
For-
ASV for a month. They let us use
Yeah,
it.
it was over a month.
Yeah. Case wouldn't let us do that. John Deere, like I said, they didn't, they had
Right,
nothing.
they didn't have one.
We couldn't even try one out for a day.
Mhm.
So, you're only limited to what you can gauge in
Right, yeah.
a short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that like, I mean, I think the New Holland and Case are common frame now. And I've just heard of electric. I do know people that love them, but
Mhm.
they've also had them for
And I know we
years.
haven't had, that holds any water, our other Case equipment has been
Well, yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Looking for a motion?
I thought he made a motion.
Did you make a motion, Kellen?
No, he was
you
just,
make
we were
motion?
just talking about, looking for a motion to approve purchase of the case. I don't know what the model number, you know the model number?
It's a TR310B.
Do we have a trailer currently to haul that one with, or?
We do, but it's skiddy only, no equipment.
Did you get a motion? I mean, a
I
second?
haven't got a motion
I mean,
yet, I was waiting for a motion.
Second.
I haven't got one.
You got a
Second.
motion? You
I'm
need a
looking for the
motion?
first motion.
Huh?
You need
I'm
a
looking for a
motion?
motion, and then
Oh, I
it's,
thought,
Nope, you didn't.
okay,
you'll make the motion?
I'll make the motion to accept the
Motion.
offer, or the
Finally
bid from
stepped up
Case.
to the plate, huh? Okay.
Is there a second to that?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
second
great.
it.
Motion by Scoggin, seconded by
I'll spend it.
Randy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried. That was tough. 9, Wisconsin DOT. For them, must be the maintenance agreements or what?
Yep, so I got that sheet you guys all need to sign.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's at, but it needs to make its way back up to me. John's gotta sign it yet.
Oh,
So this
here's
is
that.
a PBM project with DOT, yep. I know we're missing a line on there, just sign somewhere on there.
You gotta sign the, audit.
Yeah, so this is to Crackville Highway 53 and Highway 93 for the DOT. So this is just standard practice that we need your signatures.
This for all the state roads.
The state roads, yep, state highways 53 and 93.
Yeah.
Just for our state crew to go out and Router and Crackville. These two sections of road.
We need a motion to accept that contract.
Sure.
We really don't. I actually emailed DOT yesterday afternoon. I said, do we even really need the highway committee signatures? And they did say no, but we'll get the signatures on it. And in the future, we probably won't do this process anymore. I sign it, send it back like we do with most contracts and get it going.
Okay, let's go to road and construction updates.
Okay, road construction updates. So, we have already begun on County D out here south of Whitehall. We started on Monday installing culverts. The crew is out there today. They'll be out there for the next, 3 weeks or so. Just doing culverts with our county forces. And probably late April, first part of May, the dirt contractor, head contractors will be coming into D to begin the grading work, and that'll last throughout the summer. We're looking to pave D in August. Right now, Heg contractors, they are down on C between Beach and Heg. Culverts were completed a week ago, and now they'll be doing the widening and the ditch work here for the next 2 or 3 weeks left on that, and then we will then go down, pulverize it, and pave C. And then we just got our asphalt plant up and running. So with that going on now, we're gonna be looking to pave Double J down there by Dodge in about a month, maybe a little less, probably that first half of May. We'll be paving Double J, and then we're gonna be getting the dirt work going on Double A down there, probably later this month, and then follow that up with paving in later May on Double A. And that's as far as I want to go out right now to speak about what we're going to be doing. We have other projects that are going to be happening. Oh, I do have a meeting in Osseo here at 9 o'clock this morning to talk about the 5th Street project. We're doing that in conjunction with the city of Osseo. But I'm thinking they're going to want us in there next Monday to pulverize 5th Street. And then the contractor will be working in there throughout the summer, and then we'll be going back in there later this summer to pave 5th Street.
Where's Fifth Street?
That's what goes to the highway shop.
Okay.
Yeah. O, also known as O. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna be going all the way from Higley's gas station at 53 all the way out to Trempealeau, But we're doing this portion of the Fifth Street portion with the city of Osseo and their contractors, so we got a little bit of coordination to do
How far are
there.
you gonna go with that?
We are gonna go all the way out to Trempealeau.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that'll be happening here this summer, and then by your house, we'll be doing that at some point this summer as well. We'll be up there doing culverts by your place on O, probably in about a month. We'll be starting out there. So there's some fence that's gonna have to get moved, or we're gonna lengthen a couple culverts.
Sure. I
Yeah.
think you talked to my brother on that, I think.
Probably, yeah.
has.
Dan
Yeah,
has.
that's who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, road construction.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. that's all
Let's
I
go
got
to
on that.
personnel summer road school discussion. Is everybody planning on going? We gotta have approval or a motion to approve it, so it gets on the books.
Come on, new guy, step in there.
Motion to approve the
Summer road,
attending summer road school.
that's,
You've been pretty quiet. I haven't heard much from you yet today.
yeah. Douglas, second?
Yeah, I'll second, yeah.
Motion by Kellen, seconded by Doug. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried. Highway Department Annual Spring Safety Meeting.
We'll be having our annual safety meeting next month, and I guess this is looking for a motion for part of the meal. I say part, because Mid-State Truck out of Eau Claire will furnish, and that hasn't been determined yet, but it'll probably be burgers and brats. But just looking for additional help, because we'll have to purchase, pop, water, coffee, cups.
Okay.
Now, is this the one that towns come to?
The township meeting, that people come to or not?
We haven't invited the townships because we're struggling with this COVID thing yet. In trying to come up with, we have to have it in the shop,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have to maintain the 6, so at this point, while these COVID rules are still in place, it probably won't be open to the townships.
Why can't you go to 3 feet like some school districts are doing now?
We just do whatever we're told.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve it?
I so move.
Motion by Doug,
Second.
seconded by Randy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Summer LTE, limited time employee updates. We got them
Okay.
all?
Yep, so we're looking for, we decided to go with one truck driver, LTE truck driver. We used to want 4, we've ended up with 3. This year, we were thinking about getting 2, but we decided we can make it work with one summertime truck driver. So we had interviews last week. HR is currently in the process of extending an offer to our selected candidate. Hopefully that person will accept and be able to start within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then we have flaggers. We want 2 flaggers. Those, we have interviews set up on Monday for flaggers. So hopefully we'll have flaggers here then by, first part of May.
Yeah. Equipment operator vacancy update.
We finally got those filled. We just filled our last one on Monday of this week. That person will be coming full-time here on next Monday. And our other equipment operator, remember, we had 2. This stems way back from Pat Warner and Randy Maug's retirements. So we are finally getting those filled. The other one was filled by one of our internal mechanics to go on the paving crew. So once we get the mechanic position filled, that mechanic will then join the paving crew. And I guess an update on the mechanic interviews. We are doing interviews next Wednesday, a week from today, for mechanic interviews. We got 7 candidates we'll be interviewing. So hopefully we like one of those 7, and I would say in about a month from now, that person will hopefully be in our shop as a new mechanic.
Okay. County wage study, highway department update.
Yep, just an update on this. So I have been working with that consultant and HR. We have 12 job descriptions in our highway department that I've been working on updating. I got input from all the operators, basically from the whole highway department. And I've been typing and updating those job descriptions. I've got them just about all done. I have 3 to go. And I'll be submitting those up to HR probably early next week. So far, I will be on track for this whole process. I do anticipate wage adjustments being necessary for some positions within our highway department. So we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. But right now, we are on track for highway department and our wage study process.
Cool. MSHA annual training.
Okay, this again is scheduled for next month. We are required to have MSHA training. This is for a limited amount of people that actually, truck drivers that end up in the quarries have to be MSHA certified. This certification should have happened last December. Because of COVID, MSHA relaxed, gave grandfathered everybody until this COVID thing has relaxed a little bit. But we have to do it next month, so we have to pay an instructor that's MSHA certified to come in. So I've got him scheduled for next month. So looking for a motion to pay the instructor, plus to help out with some sort of small sub-sandwich meal
They do this right in shop?
right in the shop, yeah.
Okay.
Chair, I got, Tom?
Yep,
Is that every year or
every year.
every year?
The
Okay, okay.
annual refresher is every year.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to
I
approve?
so move.
Okay, motion by Doug.
Second.
Second by Kellen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried. Retirements updates. We got more than one again?
We're already on our last item, and yes, we've got 2 retirements to announce. One is Tom Kloss.
Oh, no. No.
You're trained in here now, you can't.
Here for life?
Tom, and then his wife Donna, my accountant.
Really?
Yep.
You going outside by each, or
What are you
What's
gonna do
that?
then?
you going outside by each, or the same?
We're
way?
gonna advertise
Going
outside.
Norway?
Yep.
No, I'm not going Norway. They wouldn't let me in Norway.
Same time they're leaving?
Yep, so they announced October 4th, so I mean, they've got a while left here yet, 6 months or
6
so.
months. Yeah,
So
it's
how many
fall.
people, Tom, we gonna have to hire to replace you?
About 6.
We've enjoyed working with you, eh? God.
Well, it is interesting you mention it, because actually, Tom and I were talking the other day. Too bad the timing was on a little bit different, but I do foresee in the future creating a second position in the highway department to split his position up into 2. And Tom, you can elaborate on why we think that's necessary,
Yeah,
how it's
and-
developed over time, and
Al and I have had this discussion here the last few weeks, you know, because I'm talking about retiring. And what's happened now, everybody's job down there has evolved into a lot more than what it was. In fact, I gave Al, it was a job description from back in the late 70s of the shop superintendent's job duties. It was on one single piece of paper, and there was very little on it. That being said, with all the regulations now and all the licensing and buildings and grounds and all the safety aspects of the job, I'm finding my time sitting more and more behind a computer than actually monitoring things, you know, repairs out in the shop. So I'm relying a lot more on, you know, on the mechanics and the welders for actual repairs that come in, because we can schedule repairs in the morning, but by 9 o'clock, every plan that we had at 5 o'clock in the morning is now gone. So, like I say, my time is more and more behind the computer doing more paperwork than it is actually, you know, shop-related things outside. You know, just as an example, now we're putting in, you know, we had okayed, or the committee had okayed, these salt brine tanks. And just these extra projects from the roofing contractors we're getting, you know, because we got the 3 roofs that are bad. And just from buildings and grounds aspect of it takes up a lot of time. And you're hiring contractors and, you know, come in for electrical, working with Excel, it just takes, each project takes up a lot of time. So like I say, the bottom line is that I'm spending more and more time at my desk than I am actually out in the shop. So I mentioned in the Al, eventually, you know, that's going to turn into, it would be nice if there was, and at this point, it's just talk, if there would be like a shop lead person out in the shop to handle those things.
That'd be a shop foreman and then the shop superintendent.
Yeah.
That's what I think we're gonna be moving
You
toward.
know, so it's just discussion, you
Yeah.
know, that we're having now.
And I wanna wait till we get through this wage study thing is over at the end of the year. I mean, Tom's position will be replaced by then, but, you know, it might be something we look into next year. I mean, I don't know how this new person will do in Tom's spot. I mean, Tom was here for, you know, 20-some years prior to witness and see, so it was easier for him to, but somebody that now comes in and takes over Tom's position, it's gonna be tough for that person.
Yeah.
It's-
You grew with the position.
Yeah,
And
it'll
this
be, I'll
person-
be here 34 years, and you knew each operation just because you've been around it.
Yeah.
But for the new person to come in, whether he's outside or whether it's from inside, it's still a lot to,
Still 0 to 100, pretty much.
still a lot to grasp, you know, in a short amount of time, and you're gonna have to hit the ground running because the operations at the highway department do not stop. And I always explain to everybody, we're either a season ahead or season behind. Because in July, actually, the 1st of July, our winter season starts in the shop at the highway department. Going through all the trucks and graders to get them prepared for the snowplow season. The goal always is to have all the trucks ready by Thanksgiving or deer hunting season. Then it's Christmas to have your graders harnessed and ready to go. Well, once you hit that goal, January starts our summer season because we're bringing in, you know, the tractors, the mowers, the loaders, pavers, rollers. I mean, so we're either a season ahead or season behind, but like I say, the person that's in that position and each crew relies on that piece of equipment to be ready to go. So when a new person comes in, you know, I know that what's taken out, the first pieces of equipment taken out in the spring are the first pieces of equipment that come in January. Because a lot of times parts availability is horrible for anything, it's random. But you
Especially
can
now.
start on them in January and hopefully you have that piece of equipment done by, all depends on Mother Nature. Could be March, could be April, could be May. But you have to be ready when Mother Nature says it's time to go. We gotta have the equipment ready to go.
So, yeah,
Who was shop foreman when you come? Or who was Superintendent Dave?
Dave.
Yeah, so I kind of remember, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so that's just some side discussion, but, so anyway, as far as replacing Tom and Donna, we are gonna, I mean, we already know we have internal interests, from some of our current mechanics already interested in Tom's position, but we are gonna advertise internally and externally to the public for both Tom and for Donna's position. So that is the plan. And then we did agree a while back, it was last year, I think I brought it up, about I'm gonna get somebody here sooner, prior to Tom and Donna leaving, so they can cross-train for, you know, a month or so.
Right.
Job shadow.
Yeah,
Good
job
deal.
shadow and kind of learn it and everything. So I'm probably thinking, I don't know, in another month and a half, 2 months, I'll advertise, so then I get somebody in here, you know, around, you know, September, to give those guys some time to cross-train them and job shadow them. So that'll be coming this summer.
Months ago, we mentioned re-roofing the building across from the shop. Is that anything happening on that?
Yeah, Monday, in fact, I got a meeting with Northwest Insulation out of Eau Claire, Chippewa, to determine on that particular building if we can spray that and not replace it. There again, that doesn't hold true with Osseo and Arcadia because those buildings are a insulated building. Insulation is right to the steel roof. So we are going to pull some insulation down on Monday and determine at that point, is it replaced or can it be repaired? Be definitely better if we can repair it, but That'll start on Monday.
Is that on the inside or outside?
Oh.
Is it sprayed on the outside or what?
On the outside, yes.
Yeah.
It's the same spray as what we have, the same coating as what we have on our main shop building.
What kind of roofing did they have over the top of it then?
There's
It's just
Steel.
steel underneath.
It's
Steel.
steel, and it was just, it's an epoxy, and then they put a ultraviolet type grit on there to, stop the sun from destroying that epoxy that's underneath.
Yeah, but it's steel over the top of it.
Nope.
No,
nope,
steel underneath.
Nope, steel is.
Steel,
it's
and then you
steel,
spray
then
it
the-
on.
Sprayed on top of
that
the steel.
epoxy is sprayed on, and then that
It's
grit
that,
goes
it's
on
that,
over the top.
it's like that foam insulation sprayed right on
Yeah,
top.
pretty much, yeah.
That's what they had on the town shop over there, and of course, it done good for quite a few years, but the pigeons started eating through it.
This gets as hard as this
If they
table.
put
Yeah,
the,
it was kind of a
they put the
coating
final
on top.
coating on over the top, that's
Yeah.
tough, that's tough as stuff.
But I suppose there
Forget
got
what
to
they
be
call
some
it.
bad spots?
Well,
Hail
then
or
that's.
something like that?
We're gonna determine and start looking at that on Monday, because when they put the screws in, the steel got damaged and the paint popped off around where that screw is. So we're gonna determine how rusty that is, and then we're gonna pull that insulation from the inside and see, because for the last few years, the guys has a long stick with a nail on it, and they're poking the insulation to allow the water to drop out of that insulation. So,
That's matting in there.
yeah, correct.
Okay, next meeting is scheduled for May 11th at 7:30, and we're gonna do that one back in the highway shop.
That'll be,
For anybody who wants to know,
it'll
public
be
or
about
otherwise.
15 months then since we had. the
And
meeting.
so, with that, we can adjourn at 8:32.
Excellent. All right, I gotta run.
Gotta go to the city hall then?